Oh my gosh, why? Why do people who don't stutter say, ha ha ha, you don't know your name? Ha ha ha, you forgot your date of birth? Why? Why does that happen so much? It is so unoriginal. I am so tired of hearing it. I have heard it for 25 years from clients. And I gotta tell you, with all the education we're doing out there and making public aware of neurodiversity and blah, 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 I still hear this constantly from my clients. And honestly, I'm irritated for them. So there's two points I want to make here. One, if you're the person who stutters and have to keep going through this, what is your responsibility and what can you do? And then two, if you're someone who doesn't stutter and you've done this before, just know, one, it's so not original. Two, it's not funny at all. Three, who really forgets their name? No one. Unless you've had a traumatic brain injury, a stroke, there's something serious going on. And then that is not funny to say or appropriate either. It's completely inappropriate. And so I don't understand it. I don't understand why someone would be prompted to say that. Now we can go into an empathy perspective and say, well, they feel awkward. Maybe it's a silent block and they don't know what's going on. They're over the phone, or maybe they're face to face with you. They don't know what to say. So this dumb thing just comes out. Like, you forgot your name. I don't know what the reason is, but I know that it puts my clients who stutter in very awkward positions. Now, if you're empowered and have healed and are in a really healthy, good place with your stuttering, which can take years of therapy to get to, you could come out and say, oh, no, in an assertive communication manner without being defensive. I actually stutter and I do know my name. My name is Shamini. Okay, now that clarifies the miscommunication or misunderstanding and gets the point across. Depending on where you're on in your healing journey, you might feel like, I don't want to make this person feel bad. You might be so used to getting this that you've just given up and you just let it happen and don't say anything. So you do have a lot of choices. You can just say nothing. You can walk away feeling humiliated, because I have clients who have used that exact word, that they feel shame and humiliation when this happens to them. But you do have choices, and through your own healing process, you can walk into empowerment and you can say something back. Now, I've had some clients who got so empowered, they got really angry and they told this person off and called them a name. Now, I'm not mad about it, because I feel like anger and assertiveness, maybe aggressive communication, is higher than totally passive and fear on your way to a regulated response of assertive communication. For the listeners who are saying these things, I'm just wondering where it's coming from. If you truly don't know, which does happen sometimes, that this person stutters, you've not heard people who stutter, it's only 1 in every 100 people, and then you have to be speaking to somebody who's willing to stutter with you and stutter openly, you may not know what's going on, so you just say something dumb in a moment of quiet awkwardness. And if that's the case and the person discloses that they do stutter, it is really appropriate to apologize. And I have clients who are like, I don't want to make them feel bad and have them say they're sorry. And so my question to you is why? Why is it your job to make them okay? And why is it not okay for them to apologize for something that was a blunder? Even if it wasn't intended in a bad, harmful way, it was still inappropriate and inaccurate. So getting to that place where you're okay to receive an apology and just say, thank you, right? You can just receive it. Oh my gosh, I had no idea that you stuttered. Okay, thank you. Yep, but my name is X, Y, and Z. So that is another piece. It's okay to apologize, and it's okay to receive that apology and to walk in your empowerment. Now, I get it. For very different reasons, I don't stutter, so it is not related to that, but I didn't have a voice either. And I was definitely a people pleaser. And all of this was driven by fear and how I grew up. And so I've had to walk out facing fear and finding my voice and all of the things related to that to be able to get to a place to be myself and have that confidence and be able to respond to people in kind of situations, not exactly like this, but other ones. Sometimes it feels like you've gotten smacked across the face when somebody says these things and your brain's in shock and you can't use your prefrontal cortex because your amygdala is going off and it feels unsafe and you don't know what to do. But that's why in therapy, you can learn these tools to regulate your nervous system, to understand what your brain is thinking, to role play and practice the words to say back to people, to walk into further empowerment and self-advocacy. I just want to say, I'm frustrated with you guys. I don't know why it continues for all these decades and why people say this, but what doesn't kill you can make you stronger depending on how you respond to it. So you get a choice on how you respond to these situations, and you can level up and become better and better and walk out the responsibilities that you have as someone who stutters, of being an effective communicator and clearing up misunderstandings and miscommunications. Or you can be in other places and you can choose to stay there too, but know that there is help and other ways and things you can learn. And I just have great empathy for you guys who keep having to deal with this. And if you're tired of it, do something different. Do something different. It's not your fault that it's happening, but there's things that you can say and do and speak the truth. The truth is you know your name. The truth is you stutter. And so these things to be communicated are so important. And I get it. Sometimes you need a lot of support and therapy and a process of healing yourself to be able to walk into these shoes, but start imagining it. Imagine it first. That's a powerful tool as well.